Yo, what's going on, Team Tweedie? I hope you're all super well. Welcome to #Asktweedie. I don't know what episode it is. I've just had the roughest gym session. I'm so tired. I got my protein shake, so I'm going to be drinking this. I hope you guys have a drink, a snack, whatever it may be, because, oh man, I'm dead. But I'm going to have to drink this because, as you guys know, recovery is important. So we might have a few pauses here and there, and you guys all know this is completely unedited. Asktweedie is a show that I bring you guys to try and give you value in the football world, try and help you along your own journeys, try and share with you some knowledge, some experience that I have, and yeah, help you. So each week we do 3 questions. We're going from questions that I've had from a while ago. We're talking, I don't know, a couple months ago, because they're still on the Word document. So make sure you continue to leave your questions. You don't need to always do it, because once you leave a question in the comments or Instagram message me, it goes right on this bad boy of a document that I have here. So 3 questions. We're going to kick this one off. Which one do I want to do? Let's go. How can you improve your creativeness? That comes in from HuGoZu Boy. How to improve your creativeness? I think a lot of it, for me, I would say I'm quite a creative player. I find a lot of solutions where, especially through passing games, I really notice it. I find a solution to a problem where if I'm in a 1v3, I know where the next pass needs to be, and people can look and go, great work, Sheldon. I go, well, like, I always knew that pass was on. I think the biggest thing is understanding the game and understanding where your players are. When I say that, I mean, understand a lot. See, I don't like to use the cliche, know what your next pass is, because you won't. You will never know. And people always say, oh, that player always knew what his next pass was. No chance. You have an idea of what your next pass is, but things can change like that in football. Sometimes the best way I look at creativeness and the way that I see it really shine a lot, because it's always so consistent, is the passing drills that you do at training, little possession games, because it's bang, 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 bang. Whereas in a game, it's, oh, that was creative once in 90 minutes. For that, you always have to look at where the free player is. And a lot of it comes down to, where is that free player? Is he on that left-hand side? Okay, how am I going to take my touch to take the defender one way so that I can make that pass? And little things like that. I think that for me, that's what creativeness is. Solving a problem where everyone kind of goes, well, he's probably lost it there. And for me, I see that a lot through passing. Look, you can do it through skills, but that's a whole nother story. If you're looking to be more creative through your passing, not know where your next pass is, but analyze the game. Get your head up. Look at where the players are. If I'm not on the ball, I'm looking there. I'm going, okay, where's that ball? Okay, I see this guy, he's on. And out of my peripheral vision, I'm looking here, and I can see that. I always say to Lucy, I have the best peripheral vision in the state of New South Wales in Australia. It's a joke, but look, I can see over there, and I have a very good idea of what's over there just by looking straight. So while I'm scanning, I'm looking at the players, I go, okay, that's the pass. I've seen him by looking at him, and now I'm not looking at him anymore. And I think that's a big thing. When you look at him, people can see where your head is. If you're the defender and I'm looking here and I'm receiving the ball and going like that, you know I'm going there. So you need to glance. Okay, I know he's there. I can see. Okay, he just got blocked off, and I'm not even looking. I'm looking over this way. He got blocked off. Now I'm scanning. Okay, this guy's free, and I can see him out of my peripheral vision. So you need to use your peripheral vision more and more. In football, it's helped me so much. Try and use that more. I think it's massive. When you get to, making the pass, then you need to, maybe it's because you've had that peripheral vision and you know that he's free, I can still see exactly what I was looking at before. You don't even need to look, but you've looked, if that makes sense. Creativeness, that's for me. And then again, you can get into game analysis, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's the first question done. Hope I helped you, HuGoZu Boy, or anyone else that is looking to improve their creativeness. Question number 2, how do you help a teammate who is tactically weak? This one's difficult because I think a lot of people overestimate how tactically good they are. And when, for example, right, let's say, oh, that was sent in from Malan Karthikeyan. Sorry, I butchered your last name. Let's say Malan is on this level of game understanding. His teammate is here. When I say that most players think their game understanding is much better than they think it is, this player thinks like this, but in reality it's that. There's a big gap. So when you look at it from his perspective, and Malan's trying to tell him, you need to get into space, man, or we're gonna lose, he goes, who are you? Like, you're on the same level as me. But it's this, and that's the hardest thing. So many times I've tried to say, look, you need to get into this position. And for example, when I was dropping down to Wakehurst, you had the Premier League, which was the men's team, the first team, and then you had the reserves. If I gave advice to anyone in the reserve team, they would respect it because they knew that I was on this level and they were lower. Not necessarily like this, but they were a lower level and they were willing to take advice from me, which is great. But sometimes you get into teams and there's conflict and you can't really do that. So I think the best way to do it, don't go in hard. Don't go in and say, you need to get here, otherwise we're going to lose. It needs to be very soft, I think. But then in saying that, it depends on your character. If you're a very strong character in the team, you're a very big leader and you really assert dominance, I guess, you might need to call that guy out and say, hey, what the are you doing? You need to get into this space. And if you're known as that guy, they're not going to argue with you. I remember a couple of players who were like that. You never argued with him. You just went, okay. Even if you didn't agree with him, you wouldn't argue back with him. And there's basically those two ways. Don't try and go for somewhere in the middle. It's always good to help tactically weak teammates because at the end of the day, football is a team sport and you want your team to progress and win. And maybe you speak with the coach. That's another way that you can do it. You can go through the coach and say, hey, our left winger is not dropping in. We need him to drop in so that we can do X, Y, Z, whatever. Then the coach might see that and go, Malan, you're right. We need that left winger to drop back. Then the coach will speak to the player, and now this reality gap of the coach to the other player is real. This player isn't thinking, I'm on the same level as the coach. There's a respect there. So the coach is telling him, and this guy's getting it. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. You just need to find what works for you. Like I said, it depends on your character, depends who you are. If you're a shy person, you're not really going to come out and go, get in the position! Yeah. Final question. How to mentally prepare for a trial? Mental preparation, it's massive. I think we can all agree on that. I think everyone prepares mentally differently. You look at, for example, me. If I go into a trial, which I haven't done I've done training sessions and trials. I don't go in nervous. You want to go in confident because you're being presented to, the coaches and all of these players. You're being judged every single second, especially if you're going into an environment where the team has already been picked. You're there and it can be difficult. So, look, everyone's going to prepare mentally different. What can I advise? Like, I think at the end of the day, one of the things I always like to say for trials is think of the worst thing that can happen, which is you not getting picked for the team. And when you really break it down to that, and sorry, Lucy's downstairs. She just came over, but that's why the dog's barking. But when you break it down in the world and life, if you do not make that team, it's not the end. There's so many professional teams. There's so even more semi-pro teams that you can go and trial for. So when you break it down and go, I didn't make that team, is it really the end of the world? Not really. You need to think and learn from that rather than thinking it's the end, because if you're thinking it's the end, then it's not good. So look, mental preparation, it's difficult for me to really give you advice on that. It's more try to find what's going to kill your nerves, because you want to be playing freely. If you're going to it's like in a game. If you're going nervous, you're not going to play like you'd like to. If you go into a game feeling free and confident in your ability, then you're going to kill it. You're going to go out there and play like you want to play. So that's that. Find what works for you, and you can try it. You don't have to wait for the trial day to work on your mental preparation. You can work on your mental preparation for individual training sessions, games, and start to figure that out. Figure out what works for you. Trial and error. You might do something and you play absolutely amazing. There you go. There's your mental preparation for everything that comes at you. So I'm going to end the video there. Team Tweedie, that is the end of hashtag Asktweedie. If you guys did enjoy the... Oh no, I messed up the intro. Anyway, Team Tweedie, I'll sign out. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're around here. Join the hashtag Asktweedie family. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Listen.